Hi, today we're going to look at how to critique a great work of art or any type of work of art. I have an example on the STMA art page that you are welcome to peruse at any time. If we go here under classes and then we click down to drawing and painting 1, and I have it in handouts, and you can see right here is how to critique a work of art example. So here it is. You can see I am doing some performance art at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in front of this great masterpiece done by Andrew Wyeth. And here is a better image that you can see it up close and personal. If you ever have the chance to go see this in New York, it is a breathtaking image. It's always incredibly fun to see a real work of art up close and personal. So when we're looking at a great work of art, we need to describe it, we need to analyze it, we need to interpret, and we need to evaluate it. When we start to describe and analyze and interpret and evaluate an artwork, adjectives and adverbs are very important. We want to avoid being vague. We want to use expressive language to discuss artwork. Reminder what an adjective and an adverb is. An adjective is a word that describes, identify, or further defines a noun or pronoun. There are thousands of adjectives available to describe how something feels, looks, sounds, tastes, and acts. An adverb is a word or a phrase that modifies or qualifies an adjective, verb, or other adverb, or a group of words expressing relations of place, time, circumstance, manner, cause, degree, etc. Remember when you're writing about artwork that we want to expand on our language. We don't want to keep it simple. For example, here you can see like pretty smooth, and then instead of writing pretty smooth, you can write completely textured with intricate details and intentional design. Really think about what you're writing when it comes to artwork or even discussing it. So again, we are describing, analyzing, interpreting, and evaluating a work of art. So we're going to start with Andrew Wyeth's Christina's World. It was done in 1948. Andrew Wyeth is known as a regionalist artist, and that refers to the area of where they made it. He lived in Maine, and lots of his paintings and things that he did were in that area or in that region, known as a regionalist. The style that is done is realistic, and some people would call it magical realism. And the medium that he used was tempera paint. And medium refers to whatever media you use to create a work of art, be it graphite, be it oil paint, acrylic paint, it could be metal, it could be steel, whatever the medium is. And the medium used in this particular painting was tempera. Pretty amazing. So now we need to describe the work. And when I think about describing a work of art, you want to be able to describe a work of art to somebody who is visually impaired, who is not able to see it. And you want to think about how it is, as you're reading it, it becomes a visual in someone's mind. So this is me describing Andrew Wyeth's Christina's World. Set in the stark, barren landscape, it depicts a young woman seen from behind wearing a pink dress and lying in a mowed field. Although she reclines gracefully, her upper torso, propped on her arms, is strangely alert. Her silhouette is tense, almost frozen, giving the impression that she is fixed to the ground. She is looking up at a gray house on the horizon. A barn and various other small outbuildings are adjacent to the house. The texture of the grass is juxtaposed with the shape and form of the figure and the buildings. The color is warm and cool, creating a feeling of loneliness. Now we need to discuss how we need to analyze the work. How is it organized? What is one dominant principle of art in this artwork? Or what is the dominant principle in this work of art? And, oh, mercy, something happened here. There it is. So this is how the artwork was organized. And the dominant principle, I think, out of all of these: rhythm and movement, contrast, pattern, balance, emphasis, and unity, would be probably balance, because of how the figure is in the foreground of the painting, and then we have, it kind of creates a triangular balance here with the buildings in the background. We could also be the emphasis could be as well, because of the emphasis on the figure. We also can see the contrast between the land and the sky. We can see the rhythm and the movement in the grass, but overall it has a nice unity to the whole image. So there could be an argument made for all of these. So we're going to jump back up here. So now we need to interpret the work. What was being communicated? What is the mood or feeling of this painting? So I'm going to jump down here. So I'm interpreting the work. What is being communicated? And this is what I wrote. And this is opinion. It doesn't have to be, there's no right or wrong answer. So this is my opinion. Who is the young woman in the field, and what is she thinking as she stares off into the distance? Stock still, she stares, perhaps longingly, perhaps with fear, at a distant farmhouse and a group of outbuildings, ancient and gray to harmonize with the dry grass and overcast sky. The scene is familiar, even picturesque, but it is also mysterious. Who is this young woman? Vulnerable, but somehow indomitable. What is she staring at or waiting for, and why is she lying in the field? So that is what I think the work is being communicated. And then last, we need to determine, is this a successful piece of work? Why or why not? And this is what I wrote. Your eye follows through the painting in a triangular fashion. The viewer is curious. It leads you in. The overall composition is executed well, and the craftsmanship and technical skills are amazing. So that's how we describe, analyze, and interpret a great work of art. And you will be doing that with your own. I hope this video was helpful.